Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Nurul Aulia. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 interesting approaches in teaching English foreign language. Alright, let's start with the first one. Okay, so the first one is called the content-based approach or CBA. Basically, this approach means that we learn a language, in this case, English, by learning real topics from other subjects at the same time. For example, students can learn English through science, history, or social studies. So, instead of studying grammar or vocabulary alone, students use English to talk about things like global warming, culture, or technology. This way, they are not just learning the language, they're learning how to use it in real life. Now, let's look at some of the characteristics of this approach. The first characteristic is that CBA use topics or content themes as the foundation for learning. So, for example, in class, instead of learning simple past tense directly, the teacher might bring a topic like historical events, and through the topic, students naturally use the past tense. The second point is that language serves as a tool to understand information. That means English isn't the goal itself, it's used as a medium to learn something. Students learn by using English to explore ideas, read text, and share their thoughts. And the last characteristic is the integration of language and content. It means that grammar, vocabulary, and content are all connected. They're not separate into different lessons. So everything students learn in English feels meaningful and useful. There are some great benefits of the content-based approach. First, it increases motivations because students learn things that are real and relevant to their lives. When they see that English can be used to talk about real issues like health or the environment, they become more interested. Second, it helps students develop critical thinking skills. They don't just memorize sentences, they have to understand, analyze, and discuss ideas using English. And third, it helps expand their vocabulary because students learn now words in context. Instead of memorizing lists, they hear and use vocabulary in real discussions and readings. That's how they remember and understand the language better. So, how do teachers use this approach in class? For example, an English teacher might use a science topic like the water cycle and explain it in English. Or students could read an article about social media and then discuss its impact on daily life. Another common way is through project-based learning. Students work in groups, research a theme, make a presentation, and write a short report, all in English. That's a perfect example of how CBA makes language learning practical and meaningful. Now, let's move on the second approach, the whole language approach or WLA. This approach believes that language should be learned as a whole, not in separate parts like grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation. So, students learn English in a natural way through listening, speaking, reading, and writing all together. The idea is that when students use the language in real communications, they naturally learn how it works. For example, instead of learning grammar rules about the past tense, students might read a story in English, and through that story, they understand how the tense is used. This approach is based on a few main principles. First, language is meaning-centered. Students learn through understanding ideas and message, not by memorizing grammar. Second, all four language skills are integrated, meaning that listening, speaking, reading, and writing happen together. Third, teachers use authentic materials like stories, news articles, and even videos to make learning feel real. And the last, this approach is student-centered and encourage collaboration. Students work together, share ideas, and learn by doing activities that use real communication. Characteristics of WLA. In a whole language classroom, students often read stories, articles, or short novels. They might write letters, journals, or essays, things that have a real purpose. Discussion is also a key activity. It allows students to share opinions, ask questions, and practice expressing themselves naturally. Grammar is not taught strictly, students pick it up by using the language in real situations, and teachers always try to connect lessons with students' personal experience because that makes learning more engaging and relatable. Let's talk about the pros and cons. The advantage are students are more motivated because they learn through real communication. It helps them think creatively and critically. It improves all skills at the same time. It builds real-life communication skills. But there are also some challenges. It can be hard for beginners who need more structure. Teachers need to be creative and find authentic materials. It's harder to apply in large classes or school with limited research. So, what kind of activities fit this approach? Students can read a story and talk about what it means, write a daily journal in English, or work together to create a class magazine. They can also discuss social issues like climate change or do presentations about their hobbies. All these activities let students use English in a natural, real-life way, and that's the main goal of this approach. Now, let's move on to the last one, the literature-based approach or LBA. This approach uses literary works such as novels, poetry, folktales, or drama as the main materials for learning English. The goal is not just to learn the language, but also to develop students' understanding of culture, values, and creativity. So, through reading stories, students don't only study words, they also explore emotions, morals, and imaginations. There are several reasons why literature is great for learning a language. First, it provides authentic language, real English that native speakers use. Second, it introduces culture and helps students understand different traditions. Third, literature is motivating because stories are interesting and emotional. And the last, it helps students become critical and imaginative thinkers since they interpret and analyze the stories they read. Characteristics of LBA. In this approach, learning is student-centered. Students often choose the text they want to read. There are also many interactive activities such as reading stories together, discussing characters, acting out scenes, or writing new endings to the story. It also combines all four skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening into one creative learning process. Implementation model. According to MCK, there are two ways to use literature in class. The first one is literature for language learning, where the focus is on grammar and vocabulary found in stories. The second one is literature for personal enrichment, where students focus more on their personal understanding and response to the story. Both are useful depending on the learning goal. This approach has many advantages. It makes students more motivated, connects language with culture and moral values, helps develop critical thinking, and provides a real-life context for using English. But it also has some challenges. Some stories use difficult language, reading activities take time, and teachers need to choose books that match students' level and interest. For example of LBA, the teacher can ask students to read a folktale, discuss the moral values in the story, and then rewrite it in a modern version. This activity helps students use English creatively while understanding cultural message and lessons. Okay guys, that's all what I can explain to you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more educational videos. See you next time.